the Great Muhammad, John Cena, Warren Swanson, Ken Smith, Hannibal, and Yuri Anatoly, the big giant Russian. He's got his sights on Ken Smith. He jumps through and puts Ken Smith through the ladder. Warren Swanson is absolutely insane. As he just put Ken Smith through the goddamn ladder, and John Cena is now has the Money in the Bank in his hands. He's gonna win the Money in the Bank. Stacey Ellis is giving out. Ken Smith is falling down. Warren Swanson wins the Money in the Bank briefcase. Can you believe it? Damn it.
We are the ones shouting.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the IWA. It is your favorite degenerate wrestling commentator, Marty Feldspar, and I have beaten the allegations, and we have beaten the allegations. The IWA is back in full effect after a long hiatus and a long lockdown. More on that to follow. Tonight we kick off with a tornado tag match. The IWA World Tag Team Champions Denis and Erik Soni face off against Jurgen Klopp and Pep Guardiola. Followed by that is a Falls Count Anywhere match. The IWA United States Champion Renny Loko faces off against Kyle White. A Prison Rules match follows that between Forex and new IWA signing Dirty Dick. Followed by that is a singles match between the Great Muhammad and the Pastor Billy, who was fresh off scamming all kinds of people along the southern coast of the United States. And then the IWA champion Big Russ faces off against longtime rival Lincoln Burton. And followed by that is the main event of the evening, a 5-man Extreme Rules match for the IWA Intercontinental Champion. New signing CM Punk, LA Knight, and Shinsuke Nakamura join Isaac the Stockbro and Warren Swanson. That is right, your mind does not deceive you, ladies and gentlemen. You heard that correctly. New signings here at the IWA, and this was all made possible from the inheritance that Tucker Henderson received. Excuse me, should I say that Commissioner Henderson received after the death of his father, the founder of the IWA, Commissioner Henderson. And here we just have longtime quote-unquote rivals, Jurgen Klopp, Pep Guardiola. Some call them rivals, I call them friends. And look at the way they enter the ring here, facing off against the IWA World Tag Team Champions. And I just wonder, are these two rivals? They managed Man City and formerly Liverpool for Jurgen Klopp. But I don't think they're too much of rivals. They spent most of their quote-unquote rivalry talking about how good one another are. And here at the IWA, they have joined forces and formed a tag team. Let's see if they can face off against the IWA World Tag Team Champions, and let's see how well they do. And here come the IWA World Tag Team Champions, Denis and Erik Soni, looking ever so handsome as always, with the belt and the gold around their waist. And just take a look at Erik Soni with them 2 chains, and Denis with them 2 chains. And both these men with their belts. Denis is missing his Rolex. Erik Soni is not. And Erik Soni moonwalking on the side of the ring. And Denis is entering the ring normal and casually. And these two are going to embrace the IWA fans, as it's been months since they've been seen by their beloved fans. And you may be wondering where we have been here. Ladies and gentlemen, we have been dealing with litigation of extortion, battery, bribery, Ponzi schemes, you name it, we probably got charged with it. And ladies and gentlemen, it was at that moment where the limousine of our beloved Commissioner Henderson, miraculously blew up. And where our beloved Commissioner passed away, which then led to the takeover of Tucker Henderson, who wants to now be known as Commissioner Henderson. I'm not really sure how Commissioner Henderson would feel about that, seeing as his first name was Commissioner and his last name was Henderson. So Tucker is quite literally trying to take over his father's role. And Jurgen Klopp beating on the back of Erik Soni. And Dennis grabbing it. Jurgen Klopp with a big reversal. Dennis with a kip up. Punching Pep Guardiola. And now, Dennis with a sunset flip onto Jurgen Klopp. Dennis trying to hit the referee, it appears. Running into the ref. And Erik Soni with a suplex to Jurgen Klopp. And Dennis with a big uppercut to Jurgen Klopp. And a big punch to the back of Pep Guardiola. And digging deep and a drop kick to Pep Guardiola. And Erik Soni giving Jurgen Klopp a big right hand. Belly to belly suplex for Erik Soni. And Dennis with a moonsault off of the top rope. And ladies and gentlemen, here we have Erik Soni beating the shit out of Jurgen Klopp. Dennis missing his chop. And Pep Guardiola hitting him with some taekwondo kicks. And now Erik Soni cranking the neck of Jurgen Klopp. Again, that looks like more of a massage to me. But who am I to tell? I am here in the stands, and these IWA wrestlers are in the ring getting it on. And here's Dennis taking apart the announce table that is set for me. God damn it. Get away from that announce table. That costs $300. God. And here we go. Dennis getting flung and reversing it. Jurgen Klopp spearing Erik Soni. And Dennis driving back the knee into the back of Jurgen Klopp, excuse me. And Jurgen Klopp just tossing Dennis over the top rope. And a big right hand. Dennis with a reversal. Jumps over the top rope. Jurgen Klopp is going to hit Dennis with a pedigree. And here's his pedigree. And that is it, sayonara. We may have new IWA Tag Team Champions. Just kidding, this match is not for the IWA Tag Team Champion. And a rope break by Dennis. Erik Soni kicking the face of Jurgen Klopp. Kicking the knee of Jurgen Klopp. Erik Soni with a DDT to Jurgen Klopp. Excuse me, he hit Pep Guardiola and then Jurgen Klopp. And here's Dennis chopping at Pep Guardiola and missing. And Jurgen Klopp not getting pinned by Erik Soni. Dennis with a big punch to Pep Guardiola. Jurgen Klopp with a knee. Excuse me, a boot to the face of Dennis. And getting pinned. And a 1 count, and a 2 count. And Dennis just managing to kick out, and a kick up by Dennis. And here's Jurgen Klopp. Irish whip to Dennis, and a spear to Dennis. And that is it, sayonara, good night. And Jurgen Klopp and Erik Soni in the middle of the ring as Pep Guardiola taunts the fans. Jurgen Klopp with a suplex, and Pep Guardiola missing the springboard backflip. And Dennis with a big uppercut to Jurgen Klopp, sending him 10 feet up in the air. Driving the knee into the back of Pep Guardiola. Excuse me. And Pep Guardiola with a big clothesline to Dennis. And Erik Soni again going for that weak knee of Jurgen Klopp. And a DDT onto the ground. The hard ground. Which is not covered up for shit, let me tell you. And Jurgen Klopp with a Superman punch. And Jurgen Klopp dropping the elbow onto the back of Erik Soni. Dennis throwing Pep Guardiola into the ring. And he's going to go. Pick up the leg and he's going to go for a cover. And a 1 count. And a 2 count. Pep Guardiola's not going to kick out. He's just kidding. He did kick out. And Dennis flipping onto Pep Guardiola. Erik Soni dragging Jurgen Klopp across the side of the ring. And Dennis with a big boot to Pep Guardiola's face. Jurgen Klopp getting picked up by Dennis for a big power bomb. But Jurgen Klopp is now punching and showing some fight. Erik Soni grabbing Pep Guardiola. Dennis getting German suplex by the German. Erik Soni hitting the back of the head of Pep Guardiola. And now, Erik Soni getting kicked by Jurgen Klopp. And Dennis A double-fisted swing to the head of Jurgen Klopp. And now, kicking Jurgen Klopp, driving the knee into the face of Jurgen Klopp, and Pep Guardiola with a spear, a tremendous spear. What form he showed there. And Jurgen Klopp with a reverse STO. And now Pep Guardiola driving the knee into the face of Denis, and now driving the bottom of his boot. But Denis grabbing his foot and throwing Pep Guardiola to the ground. Jurgen Klopp is getting punched by Denis. And now Denis has Jurgen Klopp against the bottom turnbuckle in the corner. And he was gonna go for a coast to coast. And Denis with a big uppercut to Jurgen Klopp. And now Jurgen Klopp is delirious in the middle of the ring. Just kidding. He reversed the attack from Denis. Erik Soni with a reverse STO to Pep Guardiola. Jurgen Klopp digging deep and punching Denis in the gut. And now Jurgen Klopp getting super kicked by Denis. Erik Soni in the middle of the ring just taunting Pep Guardiola. Not a fan. And Pep Guardiola flinging Erik Soni back and onto the canvas. And Denis with a German suplex to Pep Guardiola, bringing him memories of when he managed Bayern Munich. And now Jurgen Klopp in the middle of the ring, and Denis hoists him up, and he's gonna do a GTS. And sayonara Jurgen Klopp, because he ain't kicking out of that. 1, 2, and Jurgen Klopp is just kicked out of a GTS. Can you believe what you have just seen? Only here on IWA Monday Night Carnage. And a double pin! A double pin! A double pin! And the IWA World Tag Team Champions are victorious over Jurgen Klopp and Pep Guardiola. What a fantastic showing here from our champions. Able to beat the dog shit out of the two legendary football managers. And they continue on their victorious streak here in the IWA. These two just keep lining up win after 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 win. And when will they stop winning? That is the question that remains to be answered here at the IWA. And ladies and gentlemen, we are proud to bring to you a Falls Count Anywhere match between Kyle White and Ronaldo Loko, the IWA United States Champion. And ladies and gentlemen, our Commissioner Tucker Henderson, has promised to bring us new signings here, and that is exactly what you are seeing with the addition of Shinsuke Nakamura, CM Punk, and LA Knight. Here is the IWA United States Champion, Renny Loko, making his way slowly to the ring. This United States Champion right here, Renny Loko. You may have seen him beat the dog shit out of Kyle White over the past few weeks. Well, after all this time, these two face off once again in the IWA ring to kick business off exactly where it left off. And here's Renny Loko looking absolutely unfazed by his opponent, by the prospect of facing his opponent, Kyle White, a man who he's very familiar with, a man he has a long history with, a man who he has been chasing for the better part of a year now, after Kyle White has been toying with him both in the IWA headquarters and outside of it, threatening litigation with the use of his father, who is a lawyer. Here is Renny Loko just enjoying himself with his fireworks setup. He's got a sombrero on, he's got a chain on, he's got his belt around his waist, and this man is surely loving life as he waits for his opponent Kyle White to make his way to the ring. And here comes Kyle White, the two-time back-to-back Ohio State Wrestling State Champion wrestler Kyle White. This man loves wrestling. This man loves to win. And this man hates Renny Loko. He hates everything that man stands for. He hates the fact that Renny Loko is a drinking degenerate who loves to gamble. But ladies and gentlemen, he has not been able to take that United States Champion off of Renny Loko. He wants to take that United States Champion off Renny Loko for a number of reasons, but the main reason is because he does not view Renny Loko as a true American patriot. Some may believe that that is true. I, for one, will not discuss because I have to remain neutral here. As the IWA color commentary, Marty Feldspar. And ladies and gentlemen, if you are enjoying tonight's show, please like, comment, and subscribe to the videos because there is plenty more where this coming from. And here's Renny Loko with a big corkscrew backflip onto Kyle White, beating the shit out of him already. And here's Renny Loko getting picked up into the air by Kyle White. Renny Loko has been on record saying that he does not view Kyle White's wrestling as that good, and that if he did live in Ohio, if he did pursue wrestling in high school, he would have won the state champion easily. And Kyle White obviously got very upset at that. And here we are today, after months of a cat and mouse type game, wrestling matches on and off the streets, on and off the IWA contractual obligations. These two men have fought anywhere, you name it. Public restrooms, yes. Bingo halls, yes. Walmart parking lots, yes. These two have fought there. And ladies and gentlemen, Renny Loko trying to pick up a steel chair and hit Kyle White in the face with it. Renny Loko driving elbows into the gut of Kyle White. And now Renny Loko with a Hurricane Rana to Kyle White, flipping his ass. And now Renny Loko driving that steel chair into the gut of Kyle White and just throwing the steel chair at him, making a mockery of the two-time Ohio State champion. And here's Kyle White now showing some fight back to Renny Loko. Dropping the elbow onto Renny Loko. Here's Kyle White. Picking Renny Loko up and driving his knee to the ground. And Renny Loko flipping Kyle White over. Perhaps there is some legs to that statement he made about wrestling Kyle White, because he was able to reverse that takedown and throw Kyle White on his back. And Kyle White getting picked up by Renny Loko and a DDT to the ground. And Kyle White immediately getting up. This man, Kyle White, must have air in his head, because how is he not on the ground after that fierce DDT and a big European uppercut by Kyle White? A kip up by Renny Loko. Kyle White picking Renny Loko up and driving him onto the side barricade. Kyle White dropping the leg of Renny Loko onto the ground. And Kyle White getting kicked by Renny Loko now. And Kyle White. A sunset flip by Renny Loko. And Renny Loko throwing Kyle White's limp body into the center of the ring, picking up that barbed wire bat that you may have seen on Walking Dead when you-know-who got his face blown out by you-know-who. And here's Renny Loko swinging at Kyle White. Renny Loko getting grabbed by Kyle White, leaned up against the corner of the ring. Renny Loko with a big elbow to the face of Kyle White. And now throwing Kyle White into the corner of the ring. Renny Loko drop kicking Kyle White in the face. And Renny Loko, big front flip onto Kyle White. And here we've got Renny Loko picking up Kyle White now, running right into him. Kyle White with an Irish whip to Renny Loko and just easily throwing him over the top rope. If this were a Royal Rumble, that would be an elimination, but Renny Loko with a kip up. And now he's reaching under the ring. He's grabbing a weapon, and he's got the sledgehammer to make Triple H proud. And here's Renny Loko driving the sledgehammer into the gut of Kyle White. Throwing the sledgehammer at Kyle White. I'm not sure if he hit him. And here's Renny Loko now, throwing Kyle White into the ring. A big front flip onto the back of Kyle White this time. Here's Renny Loko, picking Kyle White's sorry ass up, going for the RKO, missing. Renny Loko. DDT to Kyle White. Tremendous reversal there. And now Renny Loko at his favorite spot in the IWA ring, the top rope, waiting for Kyle White to stop leaning up against the ropes. And here's Kyle White doing the rope-a-dope. Just kidding. Getting sent over the top rope. Renny Loko with a front flip, springboard style, over the top rope onto Kyle White. And now Renny Loko picking up that kendo stick. Kyle White kicking Renny Loko right in the balls. And ladies and gentlemen, that'll be the 3 count surely. Renny Loko loves them balls. His balls, I am speaking of course. He is a known sex addict. And here's Renny Loko. Punching Kyle White in the face. Kyle White punching Renny Loko. And here we go. These two are going to have a back and forth and get it on. And back and forth. Renny Loko bitch slapping Kyle White right in the face. Kyle White returning the favor. Renny Loko with another bitch slap to Kyle White. And Kyle White with a punch this time. Renny Loko once again with the bitch slap. Kyle White with the flare chop. Renny Loko with a bitch slap. Kyle White with a slap. And Kyle White with a right hand. And then a flare chop. Renny Loko with a chop of his own. Kyle White with the chop. And Renny Loko and these two are just punching. And who's going to come out on top? And ladies and gentlemen, they're punching and they're punching. And Renny Loko, Kyle White, both these two men delirious. Renny Loko missing the super kick. Getting it into the gut this time. And now, Renny Loko picking up a delirious Kyle White. And going for a beautiful backflip rock bottom. I have never seen a maneuver like that. A drop kick by Renny Loko, and now this man is too tired after that backflip rock bottom. That would have taken the energy out of anybody, even if you took 5 rhino pills. And here's Renny Loko swinging around, and he got Kyle White in a submission, an STFU of his own. And here's Renny Loko, Kyle White, both of them standing in the ring. Kyle White missing the takedown. Renny Loko showing that he can block the takedown from Kyle White, albeit that was using the kicks. If it was a UFC fight, perhaps Renny Loko would beat his ass some more. And here's Renny Loko getting dragged in the middle of the ring by Kyle White. Renny Loko quick to his feet, Hurricane Rana, and Kyle White finds himself back on the canvas. And here's Renny Loko, drop kick to Kyle White. A fantastic kick by Renny Loko there. And we've got Renny Loko, Kyle White, getting it on the ring and an RKO! And Kyle White is busted open, but it won't matter. 1, 2, and a 3 count. Renny Loko has beaten Kyle White once again in front of all these IWA fans. What a fantastic victory here for the IWA United States Champion, Renny Loko, as he beats his fierce rival, Kyle White, the 2-time wrestling champion of the state of Ohio in the college level, back-to-back. Not that it mattered here tonight, because Renny Loko beat his ass in the real wrestling match for the IWA. And Kyle White just sits there disappointed as Renny Loko stands on the top rope, victorious. And ladies and gentlemen, I am surely bricked up right now. That wrestling match got me going. Marty Feldspar here. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm very excited by the debut of this next man here to my right, or to the right of your screen, Dirty Dip, who faces off against Forex in a Prison Rules match. Ladies and gentlemen, this man, Dirty Dip, he brings the party wherever he goes. This man will take your girl. This man will take your job. This man will take your money. And he will not think twice about it, because Dirty Dip and this man, like I said, brings the party wherever he goes, and you could just see how much of a vibe he is as he gets ready to make his way into the ring, facing off against Forex, representing the market. Here is Dirty Dip, jumping into the ring through the middle rope, front flip. And this man has fire going already. And I'll tell you what, do not ever underestimate a man like Dirty Dip. I took my eye off him for 1 minute, and he had my wife. Never mind, I'm not even gonna get into it. Let's just take this time, while Forex makes his long and annoying entrance, to explain where the IWA is with our investigation regarding Commissioner Henderson's exploding limousine. Ladies and gentlemen, the IWA is offering a $10,000 reward. Yes, you heard that, $10,000 reward for any information regarding the explosion of the limousine of Commissioner Henderson. Yes, it was a very tragic night when it happened, but it also was a very mysterious night, because how does a limo just blow up like that? Ladies and gentlemen, we are looking for any and all information regarding this explosion. And that is coming from the Sheriff Deputy, not from Marty Feldspar. And here we have 4X making his way to the ring. This man represents the market. The market being the leader, Isaac, the stock bro, the realtor. You've got 4X. You've got crypto bro, and you've got NFT. And ladies and gentlemen, do not let any of these men in the market fool you. They are only looking to make a quick buck out of you, no matter what they tell you regarding stocks, cryptocurrencies, real estate, anything of that nature. Stay away from these men. I have lost countless amounts of money. The IWA staff has lost countless amount of money due to listening to these absolute frauds. And here we have 4X teeing off against Dirty Dip. Dirty Dip, of course, mad at 4X because 4X was soliciting offers of business classes that he wanted Dirty Dip to partake in. And Dirty Dip, the only kind of classes he takes part in are S classes and ass classes because this man loves ass and Mercedes. And here's Dirty Dip getting flung into the corner of the ring. 4X driving his elbow into the face of Dirty Dip. And 4X is taunting the man. And let me tell you, that's a big mistake there. 4X dropping the elbow onto Dirty Dip. And a big punch by 4X to the back of Dirty Dip. Throwing Dirty Dip over the ring, and this would be an elimination if it were a Royal Rumble. But it is not. And here's 4X kicking Dirty Dip. 4X just driving Dirty Dip into the floor. Dropping the elbow now. And we've got a kip up and Dirty Dip now with Taekwondo kicks and driving the knee right into the face of 4X. Digging deep. And look at this. This guy is a martial artist, a professional fighter, a professional ass whooper. And he's got the shopka in his right hand and Dirty Dip smacking 4X with the shopka or the sandal. Throwing the shopka at 4X. Driving the knee into the face of 4X. And we've got Dirty Dip kicking 4X in the face. And now he's just reaching under the ring. And he's looking to grab a table here. Hitting 4X in the face with the table. And Dirty Dip, a man on a mission. And that mission is whooping ass. And here's 4X grabbing Dirty Dip. Dirty Dip with an elbow to 4X. Throwing 4X against the table. Dirty Dip picking 4X up and driving it through the table. And Dirty Dip pin covering 4X. 1 count. And 4X kicking out. We gotta check him for PED. Excuse me. Ladies and gentlemen, how did 4X weak ass just kick out of that from Dirty Dip? I will never be able to tell, but here's 4X now with a big bull market power bomb. Oh my. 4X getting kicked by Dirty Dip. And Dirty Dip kicking 4X some more in the leg. And driving that knee into the gut of 4X. And Dirty Dip grabbing the shotgun once again, throwing it at 4X, telling him he ain't shit. And now he's got the barbed wire bat, smacking 4X with it. And what's this? A sledgehammer getting thrown at 4X. 4X with a big boot to Dirty Dip. Dip with a kip up. And now hip toss from 4X. And an elbow drop. And he's beating the shit out of Dirty Dip now. And we've got 4X walking around the ring as if he's Jaws. Dirty Dip making his way to his feet, throwing the sledgehammer right at 4X. And now he's got the baseball bat wrapped in barbed wire around his face, and he's hitting 4X right in the face with it. Dirty Dip has to stop now. He's going to get us another lawsuit. That is not what the IWA needs. We do not need another IWA lawsuit. We are on probation right now. And here's Dirty Dip getting hit with the bat from 4X. 4X throwing Dirty Dip, missing his throw. And Dirty Dip elbowing 4X, and now a drop kick. And Dirty Dip just picking up the steel steps and throwing them at 4X. And now he's going to go for the cover and end this match. And Dirty Dip gets off of 4X. And a big punch from Dirty Dip. and driving that knee into the face of 4X, into the body, and again into the face. And here's Dirty Dip lining up. He's looking to put an end to this match, surely. Or maybe not. He did just let 4X up from the pin, which could have easily ended the match because 4X, ladies and gentlemen, he ain't getting up. And Dirty Dip now attacking the knee of 4X with that baseball bat. And you see that blood just pouring onto the ground. That blood of 4X. And ladies and gentlemen, I may have to go with a vial and collect some of that blood and sell it on the black market because times are tough here at the IWA after our lawsuit settlement. And here's 4X making his way to his feet. Dirty Dip just waiting for him. Throws the steel steps right at his face. This man, Dirty Dip, is a savage. Not the kind of savage we need in the midst of all these lawsuits. And Dirty Dip kicking 4X in the back. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm not really sure what to think here. We've got two men in this, outside of the ring, may I say. And one of these men is getting their ass whooped, and the other is enjoying doing the ass whooping. And here's Dirty Dip with a kick to the face of 4X, driving that knee into the face of 4X. And I had to grit my teeth at that one because that one looked like it hurt. And here's Dirty Dip just throwing 4X and kicking him in the back. And Dirty Dip removing the cover off the table. Do these men not understand how much these tables cost? And ladies and gentlemen, we've got Dirty Dip. Reversal by 4X. Evading getting put on World Star by Dirty Dip. And 4X with a big powerbomb. And what's he going to do here? And he's going to end the match. He just powerbombed Dirty Dip. And surely that'll be the end of the match. And 4X is too weak to make the cover. And we have two men laying down here we can't even see because Armando won't move the camera. And here's 4X with the cover. And Dirty Dip kicking 4X in the gut, kicking 4X in the side of the body. And looks like he's trying to lure 4X over. And what's he got here? Oh my God, he's got a door. He's got a door from Home Depot. That door cost $300. Dirty Dip is ruining all our furniture. These IWA fans have no respect for the furniture. You see the blood of 4X just pouring all over the ground here beside the ring. And here's Dirty Dip throwing 4X against the table. And Dirty Dip once again picking 4X up on his feet. And Dirty Dip, he's looking to put 4X through this announce table. I knew it. Dirty Dip, he's looking to make this all about him. And Dirty Dip with a Dirty Dip bomb. And a pin. And that is it, sayonara. Dirty Dip has just beaten the dog shit out of 4X in front of all these people on his IWA debut. What a fantastic match. And what a fantastic performance by the young man who looks to make a name for himself in our great wrestling company. Wow, oh wow. Watching just as he stares at 4X, as he embraces the IWA crowd. And this man, Dirty Dip, is here to stay, and he is here to make a name for himself in the IWA. And ladies and gentlemen, next up we have a match between Great Muhammad, the Great Muhammad, who looks to beat the dog shit out of the scamming Pastor Billy. Over the past few months while the IWA has been on lockdown, Pastor Billy has taken that time to travel all across the southern border of the United States, petitioning and getting people to sign up for his church. And this son of a bitch has been very successful. He has told me that he made over $200,000 scamming all kinds of people into joining his church. And I'll tell you what, I did think about joining him for a minute, but Marty Feldspar is a man of honor and a man of integrity. And what would I be if I was out here scamming people to join religion? I would not be your IWA commentator, that's for sure. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, if you are enjoying what you are seeing, please like, comment, and subscribe. I would love to give you a total attendance in our audience, but we got lawsuits for violating building code, having too many people in the arena. so I will not discuss that. Just know this arena is fully packed within the legal limit, of course. Ha ha ha. Marty Feldspar here reporting for you as the Great Muhammad takes his sweet ass time getting to the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, with the inheritance won by Commissioner Tucker Henderson, he has used that to revamp the IWA arena, the IWA HQ, the IWA staff, and the IWA talent. And check out that beautiful Titantron we have now. That Titantron was purchased with part of this inheritance from Tucker Henderson. And now we have Pastor Billy making his way to the ring. And this pastor has gone around scamming. He has had the time of his life making all kinds of money, life-changing money. And what has he done for it? Simply tricked people into joining his phony church. His church that preaches absolutely nothing. Nada. Zilch. But here is Pastor Billy. And look at the way he just holds his hands there. This man knows he's scamming. When you see him rubbing his hands like that, just know he is plotting some absolutely nefarious, devious, crony capitalism. And here is the savior, as he likes to call himself, Pastor Billy, slowly walking into the ring. And look at this son of a bitch. You know what? I'm really sick of Pastor Billy, and I'll tell you why I'm sick of him. Because Pastor Billy is an absolute fraud. Pastor Billy has done nothing for the IWA. This man has only came here and tried to solicit IWA fans to join his phony church. And I kind of want the Great Muhammad to beat the shit out of Pastor Billy here, if I'm being honest myself. And here we have the Great Muhammad beating the shit out of Pastor Billy as I like it. Throwing Pastor Billy to the ground like the little worm that he is. And here is the Great Muhammad now, kicking Pastor Billy. Wait a minute, that's Ken Smith. What's Ken Smith doing here? Well, at least it's Ken Smith's music. And here's Pastor Billy trying to pull a fast one on the Great Muhammad. Getting trucked to the ground. And Ken Smith causing a distraction to the Great Muhammad. What the hell is that all about? Ken Smith, he was out in Texas hunting. Why the hell is he here causing havoc, no pun intended, to the Great Muhammad's match? And here's the Great Muhammad now, chopping away at Pastor Billy. Pastor Billy kneeing the Great Muhammad. And now Pastor Billy getting kicked in the hamstring by the Great Muhammad, who punches Pastor Billy in the face, busting him wide open, a laceration across the face of Pastor Billy. And Pastor Billy just getting ragdolled by the Great Muhammad. And a big right hand by the Great Muhammad. More right hands. And a two-handed flip. Not even, he just throws him across the ring. And a chop by the Great Muhammad. And Pastor Billy, he ain't kicking out of that brain chop. Just kidding, he did. And Pastor Billy now showing some fight. But he's not going to be able to kick out of this two-handed halal slam by the Great Muhammad. And ladies and gentlemen, the Great Muhammad has just made easy work of Pastor Billy here, despite the distraction attempt by Ken Smith, who last time we checked was not renewing his IWA contract and was out hunting with his family. And here is the Great Muhammad with a two-handed halal slam to Pastor Billy. Pastor Billy unable to kick out. The Great Muhammad bleeding. Pastor Billy bleeding. Both men bleeding. And Pastor Billy is getting danced on by the Great Muhammad, who likes to bust a move. And oh my, ladies and gentlemen, where else can you get a big son of a bitch like the Great Muhammad dancing on TV? You can't get that anywhere here but the IWA. And ladies and gentlemen, do not go anywhere, because we have a singles match between Lincoln Burton and longtime rival Big Russ, the IWA champion. And Big Russ was successful in his title defense against Lincoln Burton at Money in the Bank, the very last PPV that IWA had. PPV, that is Premium Pre-Recorded Events. And here we have Lincoln Burton now making his way to the ring. This big, strong son of a bitch. I'll tell you what, he really hates Big Russ. And these two, they were once cellmates back when they served time in Jackson Prison. But after a dispute at the dessert line, Big Russ and Lincoln Burton have been foes ever since. And here we have Lincoln Burton, the hitman, as they call him, because he was indicted for a failed hitman attempt, a failed assassination of a very prominent politician. And here is Lincoln Burton making his way to the ring. This absolute psycho. I would not want to be on the bad side of Lincoln Burton, let me tell you that much. And here we have Lincoln Burton wearing his famous Timberland boots. The same ones that he used to stomp out the faces of anybody who stands in his way. All IWA superstars alike. And we've got Lincoln Burton here, just embracing the crowd after a long time of not seeing them. The IWA fans may have missed us, but guess what? We have missed you as well, IWA fans. On behalf of the IWA family, we thank you, the IWA fans, for your patience in all of this time where we have been dealing with lawsuits, litigation, accusations, the death of our own commissioner. Ladies and gentlemen, we stand strong here at the IWA, and we just wait here for our IWA champion, Big Russ, to make his way to the ring. And look at him, just carrying that belt. He finally got the memo that that belt can't wrap around his big waist. So Big Russ has opted to carry the title now. And look at this man, absolute scary son of a bitch, as he just flaunts that IWA champion around. There are plenty of men here at the IWA who have their sights on that belt. Most importantly, is Warren Swanson, Mr. Money in the Bank. The same guy who climbed the ladder and retrieved the briefcase that entitles him to a title shot of his choosing, anywhere, anytime, any place. Ladies and gentlemen, there is plenty of drama here at the IWA, and we are very excited to let you wonderful people see that drama get hashed out in real time, in real wrestling. And ladies and gentlemen, you see here Big Russ just taking a moment to embrace the IWA fans. A very love and hate relationship he has with these IWA fans. And Lincoln Burton, I gotta give him credit, as he is, never mind, I was just gonna say he has managed to not attack Big Russ, but here Lincoln Burton goes, immediately attacking Big Russ, and Lincoln Burton kicking Big Russ in the face, driving the knee into the face of Big Russ. And Lincoln Burton surely took his cheap shot well, as he just lays an onslaught on Big Russ. And Big Russ headbutting Lincoln Burton, and now the tide is turning back in the favor of the IWA champion, as he thrusts Lincoln Burton head first into the canvas. And now a ground and pound by Big Russ. These IWA fans absolutely loving the violence we're seeing here tonight. And a neck crank from Big Russ, and a big elbow from Big Russ. And Lincoln Burton may not have learned his lesson from Money in the Bank. You do not mess with Big Russ, who picks Lincoln Burton up, and a big power slam by Big Russ. Lincoln Burton is finding himself in absolute hell right now, as the camera just pans to the IWA universe. And Lincoln Burton with a kip up, showing that athleticism. And here's Big Russ, snake eyes! Going for the quick pin. I'm pretty sure it's going to take more than that to get Lincoln Burton out of here. And Lincoln Burton with a big kick to Big Russ. And Big Russ with a big right hand. Lincoln Burton missing his right hand. Big Russ successful with his right hand. And Lincoln Burton, Big Russ going back and forth. High drama, high action. Only here at the IWA, ladies and gentlemen. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you are enjoying what you are seeing. And Big Russ with rights and lefts and a roll-up pin. Just kidding. He's picking him up and he slams him. Big Russ, this big son of a bitch. Lincoln Burton, another big son of a bitch. These two men fighting as Lincoln Burton elbows Big Russ in the face, and Big Russ missing the big boot attempt. Lincoln Burton kicking Big Russ in the face. Lincoln Burton kneeing Big Russ in the face, dropping the big man, and now kicking Big Russ in the back. Lincoln Burton unloading kicks and a big elbow to Big Russ's face. And now Lincoln Burton stopping the shit out of Big Russ with those steel toe boots and driving the knee into the face of Big Russ. Lincoln Burton high flying action, driving the elbow into the face of Big Russ. And what do we have here? The IWA Champion getting the shit kicked out of him by Lincoln Burton, longtime prison rival. And the ref now beginning the count. Lincoln Burton throwing Big Russ back into the ring. Lincoln Burton is looking to end this match clean. And Lincoln Burton with a big boot to Big Russ. Lincoln Burton going to the top rope. What's he going to do here? Lincoln Burton at the top rope and a big splash. And Lincoln Burton beating the shit out of Big Russ. And ladies and gentlemen, if you think for a second that this beef paused while the IWA was on lockdown, you have been sadly mistaken, as these two men have been beating the absolute dog shit out of each other in the meantime. But Lincoln Burton throwing bows, lefts, and rights to Big Russ. And Big Russ with a big right hand, and he's knocked Lincoln Burton clean out. Oh my, what a right hand by Lincoln. By Big Russ. But that is not enough, as Lincoln Burton has kicked out. And now, Big Russ driving the knee to the back of Lincoln Burton. And Big Russ waiting for Lincoln Burton to make his way to his feet so he can go for the spear. And Big Russ getting reversed by Lincoln Burton. And Lincoln Burton hitting Big Russ with everything he's got in his willpower. And big kicks to Big Russ and a roundhouse kick from Lincoln Burton. And here's Lincoln Burton kicking Big Russ in the face and busting his face wide open. Not often we see Big Russ bleeding. And here's Lincoln Burton driving the knee to the face of Big Russ. And here's Lincoln Burton hitting the referee. Clearly upset with the ref's decision. And Lincoln Burton is going to go rogue here with the steel chair while the ref's down. Hitting Big Russ in the ass. Hitting Big Russ in the ass one more time. And now in the foot. And the referee sees Lincoln Burton with the steel chair in hand. But as you know, he did not see it, so he cannot call a DQ. And here's Lincoln Burton punching Big Russ, getting him off the side of the ring. And Lincoln Burton, Big Russ both missing their attacks. And now Lincoln Burton picking up Big Russ, throwing him into the ring. Lincoln Burton, Big Russ, a beef that started in the chow line, has made its way here to the IWA HQ, and a big kick by Lincoln Burton, and Big Russ is knocked out, but he manages to kick out, and Lincoln Burton is absolutely shocked. It looked like Lincoln Burton was going to make his way to the top rope, but instead he is just stalking the prey that is Big Russ. Not too often you see Big Russ as a prey, and here's Lincoln Burton and a big Lincoln twister. And Lincoln Burton, has he managed to pull off a victory against Big Russ? No, he has not. The big man is too strong, and it's going to need much more than that. And now Lincoln Burton throwing the steel chair at Big Russ. If he would have hit him, it would have been a DQ. Lincoln Burton displaying them boxing skills. And here's Lincoln Burton getting punched by Big Russ. And Big Russ grabbing Lincoln Burton. He's going to toss him in the ring, make light work of him. As now the big man makes his way to the ring. And Lincoln Burton bouncing off the ropes, running into a brick wall that is Big Russ, driving the knee into the Big Russ. And here's Russ. And Lincoln Burton with a kip up. Supreme athleticism. Making his way to the top rope. And here he's going to turn around and he's going to jump onto Big Russ. And Lincoln Burton driving the knee into the face. And here we go, Lincoln Burton, bloody face. Big Russ, bloody face. Lincoln Burton gonna hit a second Lincoln Twister on Big Russ. And surely that's gotta be it. Game, set, and match. Ladies and gentlemen, Lincoln Burton not managing to pin Big Russ. The big man simply refuses to lose. Lincoln Burton may have to disqualify himself from this match. Because how the hell is he gonna get out of the match alive? Big Russ has been hit with 2 Lincoln Twisters. And Big Russ with a big power bomb, sending Lincoln Burton to hell. And ladies and gentlemen, if you are enjoying what you are seeing here, please like, please comment, and please subscribe, as it will surely help us deal with the litigation and the lawsuits that the IWA is dealing with. And here's the referee getting hit by Lincoln Burton. And Lincoln Burton grabbing Big Russ's IWA champion, missing his attack with the belt. And Big Russ slamming all 450 pounds into Lincoln Burton. And a big power slam. Lincoln Burton with a kip up. Big Russ with the big Superman punch. And ladies and gentlemen, that is it. Sayonara. Lincoln Burton kicks out at 1. What the hell have I just seen? And here's Lincoln Burton. Big Russ. And a big clothesline from Big Russ. And here's the big man, making his way to the corner of the ring, stalking his prey. And Big Russ with a spear to Lincoln Burton. And ladies and gentlemen, Lincoln Burton kicking out at the 1 again. We need to test this man for performance-enhancing drugs, because there is no way that a man can kick out of a spear from Big Russ. And now both men laying flat on the ring. But here's Big Russ on his feet, taunting the little man, as he used to call him. And now Big Russ, no way, he's making his way to the top rope. And Big Russ, what's this big son of a bitch gonna do? What's this big 450-pound son of a bitch gonna do? And Big Russ, flying clothesline to Lincoln Burton. And oh my, I would not want to be on the receiving end of that. Let me tell you, Lincoln Burton missing the attacks of Big Russ. Big Russ getting kicked by Lincoln Burton now. And Lincoln Burton with them steel-toe boots that have not been banned by the IWA, just kicking every limb of the body of Big Russ. And here's Lincoln Burton kicking Big Russ in the back with the steel-toe boot. And now he's wailing on him with big right hands. And here's Big Russ. Lincoln Burton once again punching the ref, and the referee is surely going to have enough of that. No, he has not. Ladies and gentlemen, I am in absolute shock here as Lincoln Burton, Big Russ are still beating the dog shit out of each other. And here's Lincoln Burton, a big right hand to Big Russ. Lincoln Burton with a third Lincoln Twister to Big Russ. And sayonara, that will finally conclude this match, as Big Russ has managed to kick out for a 3rd time. Ladies and gentlemen, these men are giving it their all. And I am absolutely shocked to see that Big Russ has kicked out of a 3rd Lincoln Twister and a big Superman punch by Big Russ, and Lincoln Burton will not kick out of that. And Lincoln Burton has just kicked out of that. What the hell am I seeing here? And Burton doing a great job to roll out of the ring. The IWA belt on the ground there as Big Russ picks him up. And a big right hand, knocking Lincoln Burton the hell out, and just smashing his head against the ground there. And Lincoln Burton getting the shit beat out of him by Big Russ. And Big Russ picking Lincoln Burton's sorry ass up and just throwing him towards the announce table and dropping the elbow. And here's Lincoln Burton getting picked up by Big Russ. Lincoln Burton kicking Big Russ in the gut. A big target. And Lincoln Burton missing his attack on Big Russ. And Big Russ just sending Lincoln Burton to the ground. These two crazy sons of bitches, both of them bleeding. And Big Russ is throwing Lincoln Burton against the ground. And now he's gonna do, never mind, I thought he was gonna do his finishing move. He just did a quick squat, exercising those quads. And here's Big Russ cranking the neck of Lincoln Burton. The IWA fans losing their shit here. Lincoln Burton with a big boot. And he may win this by countout. Big Russ slowly getting to his feet. And he will beat the count. Lincoln Burton striking the ref. And punching Big Russ in the gut. And kicking him in the face. And Lincoln Burton's gonna go and grab a weapon here. Even the playing field. Against this big son of a bitch, Big Russ. Lincoln and Burton swinging at Big Russ with the sledgehammer. Just throwing that sledgehammer right at Big Russ. The referee did not see it, so he cannot disqualify Lincoln Burton. And Lincoln Burton digging deep. Kicking Big Russ in the face. Punching Big Russ in the gut. Kicking Big Russ in the body and in the face. Lincoln Burton with more leg kicks. Again in the face. Reverse neck breaker by Lincoln Burton, and he's looking to put an end to this match. Big Russ, delirious as ever, getting to his feet. Lincoln Burton picking up the big son of a bitch, driving the knee into his face. 1 count. Referee slows at the count, a 2 count, and a 3 count. And Big Russ has been defeated by Lincoln Burton. Oh my, what a way for Lincoln Burton to get revenge on Big Russ after being defeated by him at Money in the Bank. And Big Russ spearing Lincoln Burton, Superman punching Lincoln Burton, knocking Lincoln Burton the hell out. But somehow, some way, with the help of a sledgehammer, Lincoln Burton finds himself bloody and victorious. And look, what's he gonna do now? He's looking to get out of the ring, and he's gonna continue his assault on Big Russ, kicking Big Russ in the face 2 times, driving a knee into the gut, kicking him in the legs, punching him, kneeing him, all kinds of attacks by Lincoln Burton, driving the face of Big Russ into the ground. And both these men laying on the ground. Lincoln Burton now on his feet, and he's gonna grab the sledgehammer, the same weapon that he used to win this match. Lincoln Burton is continuing to beat the shit out of Big Russ. What am I seeing here? Referee, stop this! Driving the sledgehammer into the gut of Big Russ. Lincoln Burton has just beaten the shit out of the IWA champion. And these IWA fans are loving it. Big Russ now on his feet. Lincoln Burton missing the drop kick attempt. Now successful with the drop kick attempt. And ladies and gentlemen, what the hell are we seeing here? These 2 men beating the absolute dog shit out of each other. Lincoln Burton winning the match with the help of a sledgehammer and continuing his assault on Big Russ. And ladies and gentlemen, our main event of the evening, a 5-man Extreme Rules match for the IWA Intercontinental Champion, Warren Swanson, CM Punk, The Stock Bro, LA Knight, and Shinsuke Nakamura. And here's the megastar LA Knight making his IWA debut. Yes, that is the IWA debut by LA Knight, the newest signing by our commissioner, Commissioner Tucker Henderson. This man has spent his inheritance, his hefty inheritance that he received from the passing of his father, our beloved Commissioner Henderson. This man, Tucker Henderson, the new commissioner of the IWA, has went ahead and blown his inheritance on a lavish lifestyle. I'm talking luxury cars, luxury homes, and also luxury signings for the IWA, such as this megastar right here, LA Knight. Do you hear the IWA fans chanting this man's name? They absolutely love this man, and they are just as happy as we are with the signing of this icon. And the much anticipated debut of the next IWA signing. A man who needs no introduction, but god damn it, I'm gonna give him one anyways. CM Punk. This man has left the WWE to join the IWA. And my oh my, what a match we are in for here. Featuring 3 new signings. All of them worthy of championship gold and a push here at the IWA. CM Punk's name over and over. Oh my. This man is one hell of a signing here at the IWA, let me tell you. This man has won championship gold across wrestling promotions all over the world, and he looks to make a name for himself here at the IWA. And this man has been all over the globe, wrestling in all kinds of different promotions. And now he joins the greatest promotion on the internet, in the world, the IWA. And I'll tell you what, Commissioner Tucker Henderson has paid a hefty price to get this man on board. And his very first match is here for the IWA Intercontinental Champion, a beautifully designed belt by our wonderful design team at the IWA. And if you enjoy today's broadcast, if you enjoy CM Punk, if you enjoy LA Knight, or if you like breathing, leave the video a like. Subscribe to the channel, and if you know of any talent looking for a shot in the wrestling world, send them over to the IWA, because we do enjoy signing new talent here. And here is Isaac the Stock Bro. I'll tell you what, this asshole has found himself back in the IWA after a long hiatus along with the rest of the company. This man spent his time investing in more stocks, hustling more people out of more money. And he has made sure that the rest of his market goons, the Realtor, Forex, Crypto Bro, and NFT, have made their way back here at the IWA. And you see here Isaac the Stock Bro doing the happy dance, because you know damn well he just sold more stocks at a profit. And here is Isaac the Stock Bro, raining fake money, of course, a scam artist through and through. I absolutely despise this man, Isaac the Stock Bro. Look at his pompous smile. Look at the way he carries himself. Look at the way he just looks at all of these IWA fans like absolute peons, because that is what he described them as himself. And you see that smug lip prick, Isaac the Stock Bro. And you know what? I'm just ready for our next IWA signing, Shinsuke Nakamura. And I'll tell you what, his entrance is absolute art, so I'm just gonna let it run, and I'm gonna shut the hell up. And the IWA fans going absolutely insane for Shinsuke Nakamura, a highly respected and seasoned veteran in the wrestling world. And I'll tell you what, I'm very excited about this signing. I absolutely admire Shinsuke's wrestling style. Strong style, of course. And here he is, the king of strong style, Shinsuke Nakamura, strutting and dancing and showing the IWA fans those killer dance moves. This man is going to be a huge hit and a huge sensation here at the IWA, I can already tell. I am going to go ahead and put my bet forward to say Shinsuke will win this match. My oh my, what an entrance. What an entrance by Shinsuke Nakamura. He is ready to go here tonight as he gets his stretching in. As we wait for the final entrant and the final competitor in this match.
Here comes the money.
You know damn well who it is. It is Mr. Money in the Bank, Warren Swanson, the evil businessman from California. And this asshole, as you recall, at Money in the Bank, found his way at the top of the ladder before Ken Smith's ACL gave out. Warren Swanson was able to retrieve the briefcase, making him the most dangerous man in the IWA. Especially after Tuco Salamanca immediately cashed in on his own cousin Lalo Salamanca. And here's this asshole who you know has plans to make the IWA a logistics company, a logistics warehouse. That is what he wants for our great company. And I swear if I have to run in that ring and stop him myself, I will. I have brought my legal firearm here in case Warren Swanson has any funny ideas here at the IWA. Now look at this man, just walking around here like he owns the place. And I'll tell you what he does own is the Money in the Bank briefcase, which he decided to leave in the backstage area. And this sack of shit right here has vowed that he will win the IWA Champion when he does decide to cash in. And I'll tell you what, if this sack of shit ever walks towards the ring when Big Russ is there, I will stand in the way myself to stop this man from winning the IWA Champion, let me tell you. And here we go. We've got these 5 men here. You see the IWA Intercontinental Champion in all its beauty, all its glory. And here we go. LA Knight attacking Isaac the Stockbro. Warren Swanson grabbing LA Knight for a reverse neckbreaker. Shinsuke Nakamura getting knee busted by CM Punk. And Warren Swanson with a right hand to CM Punk and a DDT to CM Punk. Isaac the Stockbro, Warren Swanson, the only men standing in the ring. LA Knight and Shinsuke Nakamura on their feet now. Shinsuke Nakamura flipping LA Knight. And Isaac the Stockbro, Warren Swanson getting into it. LA Knight moving out of the ring, grabbing the microphone. You know he loves to use the microphone. And Shinsuke Nakamura drop kicking LA Knight. Isaac the Stockbro, businessman against businessman. The IWA fans chanting for tables. And Isaac the Stockbro just manhandling Warren Swanson. And CM Punk, LA Knight fighting outside of the ring now. And Isaac the Stockbro almost throwing the mic at Shinsuke Nakamura. And Shinsuke Nakamura flipping Isaac the Stockbro on his ass. LA Knight has a big ass Slim Jim. And he is beating the shit out of CM Punk with the meat. And he's smacking Shinsuke Nakamura with the Slim Jim. And Shinsuke Nakamura with an STO to LA Knight. Isaac the Stockbro breaking up the pin. Warren Swanson throwing CM Punk into the steel steps. Isaac the Stockbro now grabbing LA Knight. And him and Shinsuke Nakamura are going to do a double team attack on LA Knight. And Shinsuke Nakamura getting rolled up. And Warren Swanson, Isaac the Stockbro, Shinsuke Nakamura, and LA Knight all in the middle of the ring, fighting each other. 2 businessmen, 1 megastar in the ring. CM Punk with the La Guitarra bashes it against Warren Swanson, but it does nothing as Warren Swanson is giving CM Punk lefts and rights and trucks him with the shoulder. Isaac the Stockbro getting dropped by LA Knight. LA Knight with a big right hand to Warren Swanson, knocking him on his ass. And Isaac the Stockbro with a spine buster to LA Knight. And Warren Swanson now grabbing Shinsuke, grabbing Isaac, and bonking their heads together. And Isaac the Stockbro just throwing Warren Swanson with the use of steroids and strength. And here's CM Punk, LA Knight getting into it. Back and forth action between all of these superstars. Warren Swanson missing the drop kick. Shinsuke Nakamura getting thrown up in the air by Warren Swanson. And LA Knight with a big right hand to Warren Swanson. For the second time this match, and a big right hand to CM Punk. LA Knight is whooping everyone's ass, it seems, in this fight. Beating Warren Swanson in the back. Grabbing Shinsuke Nakamura. And now the megastar getting grabbed by Warren Swanson. Warren Swanson lifting LA Knight in the air. LA Knight throwing bows at Warren Swanson. And a big boot and a big right hand to CM Punk. LA Knight picking up the guitar. Warren Swanson with a spear, and sayonara, new Intercontinental Champion. LA Knight managing to kick out, and Shinsuke Nakamura picking Warren Swanson up. And Shinsuke is going to pin Warren Swanson, but LA Knight will break it up. Isaac the Stockbro slamming LA Knight onto the ground. Isaac the Stockbro now grabbing CM Punk for a put option power bomb. And ladies and gentlemen, we have high intensity here tonight. Isaac the Stockbro grabbing that Slim Jim, trying to hit CM Punk with the meat. Not successful. CM Punk, with the help of Warren Swanson, beating the shit out of Isaac the Stockbro. And Warren Swanson hitting the knee of LA Knight. Shinsuke Nakamura finds himself getting slammed by Warren Swanson, the evil businessman from California. LA Knight spearing Isaac the Stockbro. And Warren Swanson now picking up the microphone. And what is Warren Swanson planning to do with that microphone? He plans to beat the shit out of LA Knight with the microphone right in the head. And Shinsuke Nakamura with absolute swagger getting out of the ring. LA Knight driving the boot into the face of Warren Swanson. And LA Knight BFT to Warren Swanson. And that's it. New Intercontinental Champion. New Intercontinental Champion. LA Knight. Warren Swanson managing to kick out. And CM Punk grabbing LA Knight, driving him back first into the ring. And CM Punk picking up that giant Slim Jim. Warren Swanson grabbing CM Punk for a Fisherman Suplex! Fisherman Suplex! Fisherman Suplex! Warren Swanson, new Intercontinental Champion! CM Punk kicking out! Oh my, ladies and gentlemen. LA Knight hitting Warren Swanson with big right hands. Slamming Warren Swanson's face against the mat. CM Punk picking LA Knight up, DDT into the canvas. Isaac the Stockbro grabbing the trash can and hitting CM Punk in the back. And Isaac the Stockbro, what a maneuver. LA Knight missing the big boot. And Isaac the Stockbro, Kinshasa by Shinsuke Nakamura. And oh my, ladies and gentlemen, LA Knight with the pin on Isaac the Stockbro. LA Knight missing the big boot against Shinsuke Nakamura, but Warren Swanson is there to throw Shinsuke Nakamura across the ring. LA Knight fighting both CM Punk and Warren Swanson. CM Punk grabbing LA Knight, but LA Knight reversing and digging deep. LA Knight with a running cutter to CM Punk. And here's Warren Swanson rolling over LA Knight and looking to pull a fast one on here on the IWA. But LA Knight kicking out at the 1 count. Shinsuke Nakamura grabbing Warren Swanson, driving that knee into the body. LA Knight with a big boot to Warren Swanson, kicking Shinsuke in the midsection, in the face. LA Knight is the only man standing in the middle of the ring. LA Knight. Shinsuke Nakamura with an armbar to LA Knight. He's going to make the Megastar tap. He's going to make the Megastar tap. And here is Shinsuke Nakamura getting to his feet. Back onto the ground. LA Knight beating the shit out of both Shinsuke Nakamura and Warren Swanson. BFT to Shinsuke Nakamura. The Megastar has just hit the BFT to Shinsuke Nakamura. 1 count, 2 count. LA Knight is the new IWA Intercontinental Champion. Oh my, what a performance by the Megastar. What a performance by the new signings, Shinsuke Nakamura, CM Punk. And what a performance by Isaac the Stockbro and Warren Swanson. Both of them evil businessmen in their own rights. But here is the IWA Intercontinental Champion, LA Knight. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Marty Feldspar signing off.